So there's an individual called Techlead. Now, Techlead is a YouTuber you guys may have heard about. He's been covered extensively by Coffeezilla. He recently went out of his way to copyright claim an internet anarchist video about him because he didn't like what he had to say. He didn't like what he had to say about him. Now, I've talked about Techlead as well in my Victims of Coffeezilla video. Internet Anarchist made this 24-minute long video called How Coffeezilla Destroyed YouTube's Worst Tech Channel. And because he made that, Techlead then copyright claimed it to take it down. Okay. And then he bragged publicly about what he was doing. Techlead just posted a response video stating he will use the YouTube copyright system to censor all videos critical of him. He also states that he's trying to dox me and that this is a hazing ritual. Here's some ridiculous moments in his response.
I tend to copyright strike down any expose videos on me because I understand that these are not real exposés. There's no journalism involved in here at all. Welcome to the world of...
But the thing is, like, whether or not it's real journalism, that doesn't matter. You're taking it down using the copyright system, which is used to deter copyright infringement if you're not abusing it. You are abusing it to silence criticism. I genuinely think people who do this, people who abuse the copyright system to take down people's videos, if they are informed on copyright law and they understand it and you have full evidence they do, like Techlead, they deserve to have their channels deleted. They deserve to be, they are a danger to the ecosystem. If you abuse copyright law, if you abuse YouTube's safe harbor provisions, if you abuse YouTube's report system and the DMCA in order to take down someone's videos, which have a right to be there, you deserve to be banned from everything. You don't get to have a business anymore. I don't give a
business where people are afraid that they're going to be doxxed. Well, if you're going to come into business and do business in this world, yes, you're going to be doxxed. You better have an identity. And so then...
Oh, you're going to be doxxed. He's literally bragging about it. He's bragging about it. If you're going to do business, you're going to have an identity. Oh, well, maybe he doesn't want to have his identity out there because freaks like you will send like a cease and desist or a lawsuit, or you'll do who knows what. And Techlead in the past has been exposed for being involved in a doxing situation, which I'll get to later. This guy is insane. He's straight up evil. He needs to be banned. I don't even care that he apologized at this point. The fact that he was so brash about this, like, him.
To Twitter complaining he's going to have to dox himself to the Techlead. So you're...
Explain your stance on abortion in brain rot terms. Well, basically, if you're in a kind of a baby Gronk situation and you riz up Livy Dunn and you think you might be popping out your own little Kai Cenat pretty soon, you know, in my personal opinion, right now as a 22-year-old, would I phantom tax the baby? Probably not, but I don't really care to legislate it from a, you know, sort of top-down Kai Cenat perspective, I would say. Whether or not you have Riz is not really my problem, you know? That's what I would say. Is FouseyTube gay? I don't know.
You're saying I have to share my personal information to Techlead or let my video be taken down? He's afraid he has to be doxxed if he wants to counter the dispute. YouTube jumps in and says, well, you can also hire an attorney if you want to represent yourself. Well, yeah, this is business, right? People have a complaint against you. You can't just be a nobody and hide behind anonymity, right?
No. First of all, online, you should be able to hide behind anonymity. And secondly, the problem is not that you were in the right to file a takedown, right? It's not that you were in the right to file a takedown. He was infringing your copyright. The problem is that you, Techlead, abused the copyright system to take down a critical video of you. That is the problem. So yes, you should be able to maintain anonymity. As a tech guy, you think you would understand that because of how crazy people online can be. And secondly, what you are personally doing is using your status as a large YouTuber with a bunch of money behind you to with someone because you don't like what they said about you. It is disgusting. You should have your YouTube channel deleted.
One of the main reasons I will actually copyright strike a video though is I want to know who's behind the video, right? I want to know who these people are. What if it's somebody I even know in real life? Oftentimes these haters are people who know you very well.
What the f are you talking about? You think Internet Anarchist is your personal friend? Did he reveal personal unseen information about you, or did he do what he normally does, which is make a video where he reviews other people's stuff? He compiles it into a video on YouTube for everyone to enjoy. Like, what this guy's wife left him? Good. I hope everyone leaves him. He should have no friends. He's a piece of shit. I'm scorched earth. This is a schizophrenic.
Actually, I mean, this could be a real physical threat to me. Really, these scam tubers exist only because I allowed them to exist.
Scam tubers. How is he a scam tuber? Because he made a video criticizing you? Why not, if they're such a scammer, if they're such a liar, they're slandering you, why don't you substantively respond to their criticism rather than abusing the copyright system to take down their video and then brag about it on YouTube? Bro's literally a scammer? We'll take a look at that later, if it's true.
And I can shut them down anytime I like because I own all of the copyrights to the images and audio that they're using. I will issue these copyright strikes on these new YouTuber, scamtuber videos. And I don't really care one way or another, I guess, but it's more of a hazing ritual for me, like a welcoming ceremony, just to let them know what they're...
Like he's literally getting off on being a bully and abusing a system that you can't really do anything about, right? That's what he's bragging about here. And he's so confident. He's so confident talking down to people who criticize him. What's a scam tuber? Anyone who criticizes him, I'm guessing? Yes, lesbian moderate. You would be accurate in that assessment. Anybody who on him is a scam tuber. And what's so funny is he's so smug here. He's so smug. And his latest video is I quit tech an hour ago. And he deleted the other video where he was saying that he was bragging about taking down his video. I don't care, proceeds to copyright strike, and I don't care, proceeds to copyright strike. Yeah, exactly. He's a loser. I'm geeking. Also watch the Andy Ditch doc, maybe later.
They're in store for, and who runs the show around here? Who owns the content around here? So this is my welcoming ceremony. What happens next in these copyright strike cases is typically we go into court proceedings where I have 30 days to file a legal action, which typically I'm not going to waste anybody's time.
Like here he's literally bragging. He's like, listen, you know, if it goes to court, I have no intention of taking him to court. I don't want to waste my time. I just want to abuse the copyright system that I can easily use to take down critical videos of me. That's all I want to do. I'm not going to waste my time. What? You think it's a real claim? You think I'm filing a real claim? No, that's ridiculous. I'm abusing the system, bro. Base stream, Eagle Ethan. Pop a wintergreen under the upper deck for me. I don't have any wintergreen, unfortunately. All I have is these 3 milligram peppermints. I'm cucked right now. I do have this. I do have the citrus ons. That's pretty good. Bro, looks like dollar store Kojima.
Doing this is really just my welcoming ceremony, hazing ceremony for people. And so the video will probably be back up after a while. Now, regarding these copyright claims, the truth is, I don't really care. If I wanted to, I could go find all of these expose videos about me and copyright strike each and every one of them and take them down and take them to court if I really cared.
Yeah, you could take them to court and you would lose. You would lose brutally, and then they could countersue you for legal fees and win because what you're doing is illegal. What you're doing is absolutely undoubtedly illegal. This guy's a piece of shit. I hate him. I was more passive on this guy before. Like, I was like, oh, he sucks. You know, I talked about him in a video. I was like, he sucks. But now he is abusing the copyright system to tear apart the very fabric that makes YouTube work. Get deleted, bro. Seriously, like, I hope you lose your channel. I wish the worst for you. Literally perjury? Yes, it is.
How badly does a self-proclaimed millionaire tech YouTuber have to mess up to not just end up on Coffeezilla's hit list, but completely destroy his career with just one video?
I bet that if I were to get arrested and go to jail, the price of Million Token would skyrocket. It ended this guy's career. It destroyed his reputation.
More importantly, what would drive a once credible and wholesome member of the YouTube tech community to throw his entire career away for a quick buck? And why would he make everything worse by attacking Coffeezilla? Hi, I'm the Internet Anarchist. I create weekly YouTube documentaries, and today we'll be looking over the dreadful demise of one of YouTube's most infamous tech channels, Techlead. A man who let his ego and greed get the better of him in the worst way possible.
Oh, ego and greed sound familiar from what we just watched? Does that sound... Ego especially, does that sound familiar from what we just watched? Bragging about taking down people's videos, being a bully. Like, dude, if you think these people are scam tubers, if they're lying about you, you should respond in a full video. You should talk about it. You should have a conversation, maybe. You should have a debate even, instead of abusing the copyright system.
Techlead, aka Patrick Hsu, started his YouTube journey in 2016. He focused his videos on his experience as a Google employee. However, his connection to YouTube was deeper than most, since he was the tech lead for YouTube's iPhone app. Back then, Patrick gave his viewers a unique glimpse into life at a prestigious tech company.
Wait, so he literally worked for YouTube. I wonder if he's afforded some kind of special protection. I'm not trying to get genuinely conspiratorial here, but I wonder if he has some kind of special protection, because generally if somebody's bragging about doing stuff like this, I feel like YouTube will be inclined to take action against them. He made the smart decision to de-escalate once he realized that things were looking really bad for him, because this is the kind of shit that gets like someone like, you know, Charlie Moist Critical to make a video about you, right? Oh. You're owned. You're owned. 36 minutes. 36 minutes ago. I knew it. I knew it. You're nothing. Oh my God. Base critical. As is typical. As is typical. Oh, Mudahar hopped the on it. YouTube needs to delete this channel immediately. True. True. Get his ass. The Indian Brotherhood is coming together at long last. Kind of unrelated, but this guy tweeted at me. This was awesome. So this guy tweeted at me. He said, At Unbird, I was not able to focus on John Zerka. Your weird Indian accent jokes put in between. The joke went on way too long about Indians loving to eat. Yes, Tom, we get it. You are a hardcore dark humor jokes guy. You're so absolute cringe. And then he adds Mudahar. As if Mudahar would be mad because I say, oh, I eat the poo-poo. I'm Indian. Like, he's literally like, hey, brown guy. Hey, brown guy. Aren't you mad at this? Which is more racist than anything I said in this video. Undoubtedly. This is what he's mad about.
Further on, without eating poop. I love eating on Twitch. When I go on Twitch, what I want to see is someone eating I love eating Hey bro, do you like eating Dude, I fucking love eating Bro,
True.
bro. I was live streaming on twitch.tv and John Zerka was there and he... And now you are adding Mutahar on Twitter trying to get him angry at me. Whatever you do not but the dub. Whatever you do not but the Slurpee in the double gulp cup. I'm losing my customer. You ask Mutahar, you say, oh, Mutahar, come check this out. Don't you know Turkey Tom is racist? Mutahar does not care. Mutahar personally called me up from his business account. He said, Turkey Tom, I like that you say that I eat poop.
I'm Indian and I love eating poop. Thank you, Epic Gamer. I think eating shit is good. I don't have a problem with it. I don't have an issue. But yeah, like, just shut up Mudahar, I guess.
Can proceed for...
Anyway, back to basics, chat.
Things about working at Google is that you have access to every one of their offices in the world. I'll see coworkers taking a trip, maybe to New York or to some other country. So let's check it out. I wanted to show it to you guys.
And he offered technical advice in which programming languages aspiring
Thank you, Ramon, for the 5.
software engineers should learn to enhance their skills.
The most important thing is to...
If I made a white voice, MFs would not care. Yeah. The thing is, Indians aren't even minority. There's more Indians in the world than white people, as far as I'm aware. And even if they were, you can make jokes about people. I don't hate Indians. I don't give a... I just think it's funny to joke about stereotypes. People should make fun of white people more. White people are, you know, there's variants of white people. And within those variances, there's a lot of funny stuff going on. There is. Okay? There is. You should be able to make fun of all races, all ethnicities, without people being like, oh, hey man, that's not cool. Hey man, I saw what you said about Indians. I just want to say, like, not cool, bro. Not cool. That was over the line. So before you make fun of Raj again, just keep in mind that there's real people out there who are affected by your words, bro. Just saying. Also, by the way, I don't want to be friends anymore with someone like you. Okay? When you understand the Indian struggle, then you can make jokes about whatever you want, bro, but you don't, so.
Do not do it. Do not do it.
Raj was the real racist. True, it wasn't even me. I was making fun of the racist, so. Think about that.
Always keep learning. Here's the key answer. Think of the companies that you want to work for and go to their jobs website and look up what requirements they're asking for.
While the majority of Patrick's content was professional in nature, there were times when he didn't take himself too seriously and showed a more jovial side.
The feedback has been fairly negative up to this point. Are you sure you want to waste my time with this? I just want to make sure that we're using our time productively. I value your time. What is this supposed to be here?
Patrick's unparalleled insight into the tech world, deadpan demeanor, and occasional comedic outbursts drew viewers in by the tens of thousands. Some looked to him as a useful resource for furthering their tech careers, while others simply enjoyed his strange mannerisms on camera. But the unifying factor behind the community Patrick built was his simple yet unorthodox approach to tech content.
And this is a tried and true story on YouTube, right? Something you see a lot of the time. YouTuber, humble guy, has useful advice, blows up, becomes successful. And then once he thinks he's in a position where he can get away with it, he does a rug pull, he does a crypto scam. Not saying this guy did that necessarily. We'll see later on. We'll analyze the allegations. But does a rug pull, does a crypto scam, abuses the copyright system to silence criticism because they think they can get away with it. Typical story. Typical story. Unfortunate. But many such cases.
Unfortunately, Patrick's time as a Google employee would come to an end sometime in 2017, which later forced him to find employment at Facebook in May of 2018. However, due to reasons that will be made clear later in the video, Patrick would be fired from Facebook a little over a year later. Out of a job and stripped from the titles that once defined him, Patrick was forced to seek other revenue sources and decided his YouTube community was his best bet. He was very aware of the impact his content had on aspiring engineers and sought to monetize his audience in every way possible, despite no longer having his prestigious job title.
And the particularly part about this is I like channels like this, you know? I like guys who do this kind of content, but it makes it very hard for me to enjoy it when they're abusing the copyright systems to take down, you know, YouTube videos. Are there people I know or people I don't know? Dry scooping my Turkey Tom G Fuel till she loves me. Based. Be careful though. Don't take too much, buddy. Recommended amount. But I mean, like someone like Atriarch, right? I love Atriarch's videos. I think he's good. I think he makes great videos. If I were to find out that he was abusing the copyright system, I would be very upset. I'd be very upset. And I don't think he would do that. Ever. I really like his shit. I think he gives great insights on finance. Okay. It's very pop, you know, pop finance stuff. It's not super in depth in the weeds, but I think it's really interesting. And when you find out that somebody who's giving great advice is simultaneously abusing the copyright system, you probably don't want to listen to them. That's why this guy's channel is like dead. Jessica says, hello, Thomas Dark. Did you lose weight and get fitter? You look good. No homo. I'm married. Have a good stream. Thank you. Yeah, I gained weight more than anything. I became Mr. Jim. Mr. Jim is what they call me. But yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Hope your marriage and... Aren't you pregnant or you just have a kid? Well, whatever you're doing. GG, Jessica.
Google, that didn't stop him from using it to boost his various marketing efforts. Patrick started by enlisting all his early vlogs and began selling the first season for $20.
When I first started making my YouTube channel, I talked about all sorts of different topics, and later on I would take down these videos.
While there was technically nothing wrong with him monetizing his old catalog, this would serve as the first step.
No, I didn't feel, even if you did call me fat, I would be fine with it, but yeah, I do appreciate it though, Jessica. You did have a kid, right? Or are you, is it in the oven, so to speak? What's the deal, Jessica? I don't really remember. I have poor memory. Question, why did the airplanes have a hard time taking off? Answer, because it was having thrust issues. Okay. I had my baby May 13th. Oh, cute. Well, GG. Hope things are going good.
In Techlead's journey to squeeze every single penny out of his viewers. In the following months, Techlead shifted his content from purely educational to marketing videos, geared towards showing off how wealthy he was as a software developer.
I designed a wallet for minimalists as a millionaire. Why I'm a millionaire as a millionaire. Why does he do this so much? Techlead as a millionaire. Has he made a lot of videos with this title? Why I'm a millionaire. Why I refuse to work as a millionaire. Why I stopped saving money as a millionaire. 7 skills to become a millionaire. This guy seems like a loser. Imagine if every video I made was as a YouTuber. Well, I was a YouTuber. As a YouTuber, guys. Shut up.
A key indicator of this shift in priorities was the addition of "as a millionaire" in the title of his videos and the promotion of different training programs in the description of his videos. Back then, no one had thought twice about Patrick's ever-increasing push to monetize his viewers, since he had built up a reputation as a down-to-earth engineer with his prior vlogs.
I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with monetizing your viewers. Like, I do that. If you're going to give me your money, I'm going to take it. What's wrong is if you do it in a deceptive way, in a disingenuous way. But like selling merch, let's go. Making a product for the viewers to buy, let's go. Taking sponsorships, let's go. Stream donos, let's go. Okay. There's a very cringe thing that used to exist on YouTube. There was this mentality people had, especially in the commentary community, which was like people getting criticized for having a Patreon. They were like, "Oh, it's e-begging, it's cringe. You're asking for money," and it's like, bro. You can't make an adult give you money though. Like as long as you're not lying about what they're getting for the money. If somebody's willing to pay you to make YouTube videos of their own accord, like what is wrong with that? Like there's literally nothing wrong with that. It's a good thing to do. People are willing to pay you to have your own job, be your own boss, make content they want to see. Why would you not do that? That's the right thing to do. Gooning my Turkey Tom voodoo doll right now. Not feeling it yet? Thanks for the 5. James the Frog for 2 says, drank 3 servings of G Fuel, felt nothing W or L, definitely W. Thank you, cool guy, for becoming a member.
Sadly, Patrick's reputation was about to take a turn for the worse, as someone in this community decided to take a closer look at what exactly he was promoting. On the 8th of November 2019, a YouTuber by the name of Trend Black published a video titled Techlead and Jomatech, the worst of the tech
I cover this in my video, I remember.
industry, which meant to showcase and criticize the unsavory parts of Techlead's businesses.
Do you want to learn how to become a sellout? As an ex-Google, ex-Facebook, ex-married millionaire tech lead? this man sells snake oil with enough affiliate marketing to set off an ad blocker. I used to watch a lot of Joe Matek. I mean, I even sent him this email.
Is this the Rick and Morty song? Like the Isn't that what that is? It is what that is,
Times
right?
have changed, and today I'll show you why Joe Matek, Techlead, and their products are utter garbage.
Trend went on to expose how Techlead and Joe Matek had teamed up to copy the product of their former sponsor, Algo Expert, while offering an inferior product.
It's been brought to our attention that for the past week or so, there's been this domain out there that is using the Algo Expert brand, but that isn't algoexpert.io. And when you type that domain or URL in your browser, you get redirected to some completely different website that we are in no way affiliated to.
However, Trend's issues weren't with the plagiarism, but with the fact they were only reviewing questions from Leaked Code's website and charging people $100 for it.
My problem is that if you're gonna people out of $100, couldn't you guys at least make something that would help them? So their product, if you don't know, is basically an explanation.
I mean, it seems like a pretty valid criticism, I would say, you know? If you're gonna charge someone $100, make it worthwhile. Don't make it Hustlers University or the Creativity Kit, whatever. What's that thing that John Zerka has? Like Sigma EDU or whatever, his dating course. Is putting boobies in every thumbnail based or cringe? It might be based. I don't know. I haven't really decided yet. I do like tits, so it's kind of a hard thing. It's kind of a hard thing to say. I don't know. I do like tits though, so I don't. It's kind of a struggle. How big? Yeah, it depends on how big they are, I guess. Like, how big are we talking? Is it too big? Because there is such thing as too big. Can you show us what it looks like to miss the rage? I showed your mom last night.
Of 50 popular interview questions, which doesn't sound too bad. That sounds like a decent product, but let's check it out.
The first problem here.
Yep. So if we look at the screen here, it's validate
Have you seen Shren Black's physique? Is this a steroid joke? Haha.
binary search tree.
See, right off the bat, these questions are just stolen straight from Lead Code.
The problems didn't stop there, as Trend pointed out the absurd conditions in Techlead's refund policy.
Let's look at this refund policy. If you are dissatisfied for any reason, we offer a 14-day refund period for purchases if less than 40% of the total course material has been viewed. However, in order to qualify for a refund, you must submit proof that you did the work in the course and it did not work for you.
How do you even submit proof of that? You did the work for the course and didn't work for you. What are you supposed to provide for proof? You can, like, other than saying it sucks.
Notice how they kind of trap you into this impossible scenario. So you must submit proof that you actually did the work in the course. So if you don't do the course, no refund. How do you prove that? Do you literally have to get rejected from an interview?
While Trend's criticism
Yeah,
of
exactly. Exactly what I said. This guy's on my level.
the course was mild at best and could have easily been solved, Patrick decided to take a vastly different approach and filed a false copyright strike to silence the critic. By the 12th
He was doing it even back then. Of course he was. Ha! Of course he was, bro.
of November 2019, Trend would make a follow-up video to let viewers know why the first video was taken down.
Around 400 upvotes, I started getting a lot of messages and comments on my email, on my Instagram, on Reddit that says, dude, Techlead copyright striked you. So I check and I go back to my video and it says, your video has been removed due to a copyright strike from Patrick Chu, also known as the Techlead.
Trend also shared a message he received from Patrick that borderline threatened him to, quote, not make enemies.
I received a message from Techlead himself. Techlead here.
A bit of friendly advice. Don't create enemies. It doesn't do you, me, or our community any good. You just lose opportunities. What's the game besides 15 minutes of fame and a lifetime of lost opportunities? He's like blackmailing him. He's like threatening him. He's like, you can't criticize me. You can't criticize me. You don't want to make enemies, do you? Don't you like being in this industry? Don't you know what I could do to you? Internet tough guy. Regarding Clement and me, it's such a mess. I'd rather not air our dirty laundry in the public to mostly uninterested people. TLDR, it's mostly a boring story, and we're friends and competitors.
A bit of friendly advice. Don't create enemies. It doesn't do and help.
You seen the iNever stuff? Yeah, I already went over it. I just crushed a fly in my hand. You see that? See that little right there? See that guy? I just want you to know that you always meant nothing. Sky Leech. You were always nothing.
help improve people's lives instead of spending time criticizing. We
Help improve people's lives instead of spending time criticizing. This is the kind of thing a person who cannot take criticism says. That's the only explanation. Because criticizing someone can improve others' lives if what that person that's being criticized is doing is dumb, is deceptive, is scammy, is hurting other people. Like, criticizing people is good.
50% revenue share and would love to have your channel on board if you're interested. He is essentially offering to pay me in order for me to stop making negative opinions about him.
In his response, Patrick would flat out lie about not being able to retract a copyright strike and would attempt to justify his horrible.
Yeah, and obviously he knows you can retract one because he filed it in the first place. I recommend if you wish to criticize me, simply remove imagery of me and re-upload, but then you can't criticize you. You can't criticize him. If you're not allowed to include footage of the guy you're criticizing, how are they even supposed to know who you're talking about? Ever seen the video where a guy crushes a wasp nest with his hand and squeezes the juice in his mouth? Yeah, that video is awesome, where he's like, dun, dun, dun. Yeah, that's like one of my favorite videos of all time. This guy's the GOAT. Dun, dun,
You
dun.
wanted him? Is that who you really wanted? You sure about that? Dun, 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 dun. There he is.
There he is.
There he is.
This guy's awesome. I want to do that.
Business practices by saying no one else in the industry could offer the same insight as he did. Reading, I can't retract a copyright strike. I recommend if you wish to criticize me, simply remove the imagery of me and re-upload. The knowledge I have to share
Cuck.
is something almost no one in the industry will do. Have a good one and let me know if you ever want to promote our stuff.
Have a good one. Let me know if you ever want to be paid to promote my product you just criticized.
Instead of taking a hard look at the subpar course he was selling, Patrick was fixated on the financial gain and his status as an ex-Google developer. He had zero tolerance for criticism and would go to any length to sweep it under the rug, even going as far as deleting negative reviews on his subreddit.
I got this comment from someone who actually bought and paid for Algo Pro. Too long didn't read.
Like, this is just a dishonest guy. He censors criticism from other people using the copyright system. He censors criticism on his Reddit of people criticizing him. This guy should not be employed anywhere. This guy should be deleted off of YouTube. He's been doing it for years. He did this back then. And then he did it to the guy who brought it up.
It just says that Algo Pro sucks, but what struck me as interesting is his first sentence here. He said he posted it on the Techlead subreddit, but it was then removed. Now, Techlead's the moderator of that subreddit, so it's clear to me that he removed this review simply because it was negative, even though it was completely honest. So I can only conclude that the reason he removed my video...
I hope someone takes this guy to court. I hope he f***s up and gets taken to court and he loses any money he has. I hope his life gets ruined.
...was because it was a
I think
negative
he's a millionaire. He probably is.
review.
Working at a large tech company inflated Patrick's ego to a point that no form of negative criticism was valid, and everyone that he came across owed him the highest level of respect. Just take a look at the comment.
Not just respect, it's like undeserved respect. Like, you made a video, you made a product, people criticize you, and you think you're above that?
He left on a channel of someone he called a friend. Let me reply to this whole domain issue. Clement got greedy and decreased the affiliate commission percentage. In any case, stop being a crybaby. This is nothing personal. We just helped a student land triple offers at Facebook, Google, and Apple through our mentoring. And don't forget, respect the tech lead. Fortunately for
Respect to the tech lead. No, I don't think I will. I think I will continue to shit on him. I think I will prey on his downfall instead.
Would see reason and remove the copyright
He made 3 mil off that million token rug. Jeez.
strike on his channel, but sadly, that wasn't the end of their interaction. On the 29th of April 2020, Trend made yet another video featuring Patrick, but this time the issue wasn't a copyright strike, it was doxing.
I wanted to inform you that I will be responding to your serious and false allegations by publishing a social media post calling you out. I will use both our full names, so we're not hiding.
Why does this guy want to dox people so bad? Why does he just wants to intimidate them? He just wants to intimidate them. He's literally saying here, I'll use your full name, but if you want to settle it, then I guess we can, you know, you can retract your videos. We'll walk our separate ways. Like, you're a piece of shit. If you just make a good product, you just make good videos. If you're just an honest person, you won't run into these issues. Patrick Shiu.
Anonymity. Remember, Techlead only has my full name and my information because he falsely copyright struck me, right? It's understandable if you want to defend yourself online, but I really hope you don't release my name online. I've kept this private for a reason. I have my face in my video, so clearly I'm not anonymous. So then he just goes on a huge tangent and basically says, I'm gonna dox you if you don't take your video down. Good luck.
While Patrick didn't follow through with the post, he added in doxing Trend by giving his full legal name to another creator he criticized, Matt Tran. Apparently, Matt wanted revenge on Trend for making a...
What is with the, like, bobblehead animations? It's crazy. Doxing's not illegal. I'm aware it's not illegal, but I don't really care. If you dox someone because they criticize you, get
critical video about him and reached out to Patrick for his...
Obviously, I care in the way that I don't think you should be punished legally for hosting someone's doxing your site like Kiwi Farms, right? I defend their right to exist, obviously. But there's still moral versus immoral instances of doxing. I think it's immoral to dox someone. And this is, I talked to Null about this. I criticized him for this, right? I said, or I guess criticize the site. I was like, I don't think it's really justified to dox someone like Dream or Corpse Husband. I don't think they deserve that. You know, it is legal. I don't think it's right. But I also support Kiwi Farms in their effort to dox people like Kiro the Wolf. You know, there's good things that have come from Kiwi Farms threads, undoubtedly. You know, information getting to the cops. There's genuinely good things they've done. Your name is very misleading. You are not dark. Look at the pigment. Doxing should be illegal. Well, that's a slippery slope. I don't think so. Isn't doxing someone with intent to harm illegal? You could make the argument that Patrick did that. Well, doxing someone with the intent to harm them in like a physical way or like sending harassment their way, that is illegal. You can take someone to court for that, but proving that intent is very difficult. Right? That is difficult. And I don't think that I don't think Patrick Shiu would honestly lose in court given on what he said. You need to have it like really dead to rights that they were doxing you for the reason of causing apparent harm to you. Technically, revealing someone's personal identity is not illegal.
Details. After a series of threats, Matt released Trend's details in an article geared towards ruining his reputation and future job opportunities. Patrick's actions jeopardize a fellow creator's career prospects, making it nearly impossible.
What justifies doxing? In my opinion, criminal activity. You know, like animal abuse. I think that totally justifies doxing. I think it's fair. I mean, like murder. If you're a murderer on the run, you should probably be doxxed so people can catch you because you're a risk to society. That justifies it, in my opinion. I'm sure there's other examples you can use, but generally, I don't think that just because somebody's anonymous, they should be doxxed. Doxing is illegal in some states. It's not a federal crime. It's my understanding that doxing itself, as in gathering someone's personal info that you gathered publicly and then compiling that and posting it, is not illegal whatsoever. In California, I know there's a law against doxing. That means that like you can't dox someone with the purpose of, let's say, being like, hey, here's their dox, go f with him, go harass him in real life, go, you know, do physical harm. You can't do that. But I mean, I remember a lot of people were like, bro, Sniper Wolf is going to jail for doxing Jacksonville. I was like, no. That was never going to happen.
Fight back alone. Thankfully, Trent had a really good friend willing to back him up, Coffeezilla.
Hey guys, wanted to make a short video to speak up for
old Coffeezilla, early Coffeezilla.
A friend of mine who's been silenced and doxed. And
what is YouTube stance on doxing? They're against it. You cannot dox people on YouTube. Yeah.
Blackmailed and threatened by two YouTubers who are much bigger than him, and I feel like he doesn't have the platform to defend himself, both in terms of his audience reach and in terms of the fact that anytime he posts a video, it's immediately copyright striked.
Coffee would go on to state his role in trying to prevent the doxing and confirmed that Patrick was responsible for the entire situation unfolding the way it did.
I asked Matt Tran if this is indeed where he got the information from.
Let me ask you, did Techlead get, or did you get the name from Techlead?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To add insult to injury, now Trin Black is put in a position where his full name has been doxxed due to YouTube's absurd copyright system, due to Techlead's.
The thing is, as far as YouTube is concerned, technically, it's not really YouTube's system. It's the DMCA system, because when you file a claim against someone, right, that's not a YouTube thing, right? Obviously, you do it through YouTube because YouTube has to have a system for copyright holders to take down infringing content on their site. They have to have that. But YouTube technically is not supposed to mediate copyright situations. They're not supposed to say, this is a valid claim, this is an invalid claim. What they can say is this is filled out improperly. You need to refile this. We don't have enough information to process this. But YouTube themselves are not supposed to determine, oh, this is a justified takedown, this is an unjustified takedown. A court is supposed to determine that. And if YouTube gets involved in mediating that too much, they can violate their safe harbor provision. And then YouTube as a platform is they're completely over. So it's not really YouTube's system. It's the way copyright works. If somebody decides to file a takedown against you, ultimately that's a legal process, and YouTube has to adhere to US copyright law in that way. It's not YouTube's fault. I hope you stopped using them nasty wintergreen zins and started spearmint. Right now I've got some peppermint. That's the wave I'm on. I can't even find wintergreen or spearmint right now. They're all the 6 milligram guys are out, bro. They're out. Every gas station's me over.
Absurd abuse of the system. But now after posting a video about it, that video was then falsely taken down by Techlead. The video that Trin Black posted had 0 footage of Techlead in it. And guess what? Techlead claimed that video, so no one can see it.
Coffeezilla's video would go on to become a catalyst for more people hearing about the story, which forced Patrick to retract his copyright strikes and Matt to give an apology. However, Patrick wouldn't be so humble as to recognize the error of his ways and made a video titled My Response, addressing my haters as a millionaire Trin Black Matt Tran drama.
I can come up here and give this amazing speech that would totally justify my existence and make me look like this pure, innocent angel. But I have a feeling that my haters are still not going to accept that. Some people, they just don't like the way I look. It's a personal thing. They just don't like my appearance. Maybe I remind them.
You can have a company and have that be the info that shows on these things. That's true, but I mean, generally, if you're going to have a company, you're probably a relatively established YouTuber. It's relatively inexpensive to establish an LLC, but you know, it is a cost. If you're a small YouTuber, you may not want to get into that. And secondly, even if that's the case, generally if you have an LLC, it's probably, unless you have like a studio or something, the address for it is probably your apartment or your house or wherever you live, right? So like, they're still going to get the information that they want, you know, which sucks.
Of somebody who wronged them in the past. Maybe they're jealous of my success or jealous of my failures, and there are a lot of people out there who are simply racist.
From the start, Patrick saw nothing wrong with his toxic behavior and framed the hate he rightfully received as racism. Say goodbye to your bad habits a delightful way with today's sponsor, The Fume, the award-winning device that's all natural. At the start, I wasn't sure what to think about it, but after trying the maple peppercore for the first time, I was completely sold. Instead of using electronics, Fume is completely natural. Instead of using vapor, Fume uses flavored air. And instead of using harmful chemicals, Fume uses all natural delicious flavors. You get the deal. Experience the ultimate relaxation with Fume's adjustable airflow dial and fidget-friendly design. Perfect for easing stress and anxiety as you...
Can you ease the cum out of my balls?
After another 7 minutes of stroking his ego, Patrick would finally...
Stroking? He knew. He knew.
Address the doxing, and sadly, it was more of the same.
But anyway...
Yeah, Blue Zinc, we're going to get into that pretty soon.
I did want to quickly address the whole Trin Black Matt Tran drama. I don't know if you've been caught up with this, but you know, the story is essentially that Trin Black has been accusing Matt...
Look how nonchalant he is about explaining it too, this pussy.
Tran of doxing him, and somehow my name got dragged into all of this. His whole channel is based on roasting other people. His 2 biggest videos have been on roasting me, trolling me, and I believe that he basically just dragged my name into this mess because he knew that my channel was bigger. I have more subscribers. People don't really know who Matt Tran is. If he wants the views, he needs to come after me.
But even if he did that, it's not like he slandered you, right? He didn't lie about you. He didn't present any false information. You can put someone in the thumbnail. But if he talks about you, that doesn't mean it's copyright infringement, you ass.
zero accountability, self-awareness, or regard for his audience and critics. These scumbag qualities had gotten Patrick on Coffeezilla's radar once, and it was about to happen again for the second time. Unfortunately for Patrick, he wouldn't get away scot-free this time. On the 1st of July 2021, Patrick would publish a video announcing his latest money-making opportunity, Million Token, a cryptocurrency he claimed would go to the moon.
Today marks the start of a brand new journey for you, for me, for all of us. I'm glad you could join us because today
This is what Coffeezilla made a video about, right? Coffeezilla might be the GOAT, guys. I gotta break it to you. Coffeezilla might be the GOAT. He might be like he's definitely up there with commentary YouTubers. I mean, he's obviously in a different space than I am. He exposes more financial scams, but he might be the GOAT. I like Coffeezilla's videos a lot. Techlead scammed you with Million Token as a millionaire. 17 minutes long 2 years ago.
It's literally $1 million opportunity. I'm putting $1 million of my own money into this to get us started.
Walk you through all of it. And also, not to give too much away, but I will, at the end of this video, also crunch the numbers and show you exactly how much money Techlead is.
How much was it? It's supposed to be 3 mil. That's what I've heard, right?
Fun to go through this stuff. People are getting, and you'll make more money. Put more money in. We'll go to the moon. You end up with.
Why is there no transcript? There should be a transcript, no?
Scam people ourselves. Giving a grand 0.3 million. Remember, coming from a 50,000 upfront investment. Not only that, he still owns a bunch of Million Token. Today, that Million Token is worth $5 million. Actually, I checked it 2 days ago. So as of 2 days ago, $5 million there as well, giving a grand total of $9 to $10 million from a 1 to 2 month old coin, which makes me, and probably you, want to scam people ourselves.
When you're right, you're right. When you're right, you're right.
We are launching a brand new digital currency. The currency's name, Million Token. And so Million Token is literally $1 million opportunity. I'm putting $1 million of my own money into this to get us started, but this coin can skyrocket in price. It can take us to the moon. So
to the moon! To the moon, boys! We're going to the moon!
Token, what's the concept? Well, it's like this. Million Token is much like a stable coin. 1 token equals $1. For Million Token, the supply is fixed. There's only 1 million tokens total worldwide. No more can ever be created as guaranteed by the smart contract code.
Patrick would go on to make even more bold claims about the future of Million Token and desperately try to sell viewers on the...
Let's guess, chat. Was it a long-term project or did it fall apart within months?
Potential value of this coin.
The tokens start at an initial minimum base value of 1 token equals $1. But the value can actually rise higher than that because there's only a total limited fixed supply of 1 million tokens total. No more can ever be created.
Patrick was banking on the claim that his tokens already had a $1 valuation to incentivize viewers into buying and promoting the coin to inflate the value. There was zero utility behind the token, and Patrick knew it. That's why he was more focused on the upside if viewers were gullible enough to pay for it.
How does he think he's going to get away with this, dude? I don't understand it. How does he think he's going to get away with something like this? He's a tech YouTuber. He's probably watched other people do this. How could he ever think he'd get away with like a crypto rug pull? If that's legally what this is, like, how could you ever get away with that? He talks like a soulless robot. He seems like a soulless robot. He doesn't even have empathy for anyone.
For it.
Is this a
He's over his fans for a quick bag. Been watching you forever. Love your stuff, you naughty little gooner. Fit check. I'm wearing a shirt and pants. I'm wearing these cool lifting shorts or whatever. A shirt and shorts. Normal. Okay. Not a very big style guy apart from my own clothing. They're awesome.
Store of value. And I would say, well, yes, it seems like it is because it is a fixed total max supply, just 1 million tokens. You cannot create more. And so the token is deflationary in nature, and over time, its scarcity should only increase, thus increasing the value of the coin.
While there were some viewers that believed Patrick's claims without any critical consideration,
the internet detective is coming after you.
Others were more skeptical.
So you're scamming. Does the coin create value or just make you rich? Remember this video. This is the point you're going down.
Comments reading.
How is this channel even doing today? I'm under the impression it's not doing that well. Looks like when he does post, he gets okay views. I mean, a year ago he was getting pretty crazy views, and that was seemingly after whatever went down, right? Why muscles can shorten your life, how to live longer. I don't care if it shortens my life. I would do anything to not look like you.
So you're scamming? Does this coin create value or just make you rich? As well as, remember
Tech
this
bros blow. I mean, some of them are cool, but some of them are... You know you can't trust this Techlead guy because he has a Facebook mug. 1000% a Fed. True!
video. This is the point you're going down. In the video description, Patrick left a link to the Million Token website, and audience members who took the time to look through were greeted by a very telling disclaimer. Million Token is a social experiment.
Social experiment? You remember this is what they used to say about all those pranks. It's a social experiment. I bet if you look up social experiment on YouTube, that's still like all the videos. Social experiment. Child abduction. Social experiment by Joey Salads. Hot take. I like Joey Salads. He did some crazy stuff, but I think Joey Salads is actually pretty funny.
By purchasing Million Token, you agree that you are not purchasing a security or investment contract, and you agree to hold the team harmless and not liable for any losses or taxes you may incur. By Patrick's own admission, the Million Token wasn't a viable financial opportunity or store of value, but that reality didn't stop people from putting their hard-earned money on the line. Within the first 2 weeks of the token going live, the price soared over $250, with a trading volume of more than 120 million. In the short term, people were blinded by the potential to turn a quick profit. However, in the long term, the only person that would make that profit was Patrick, and Coffeezilla was about to prove it. On the 7th of August 2021, Coffeezilla would return to expose Patrick's latest scam with the video titled "Techlead scammed you with Million Token as a millionaire."
Oh,
Talk about
bitch.
Techlead's Million
You're
Token.
owned.
What is it? What does it do? Who's it helping? I'm going to walk you through all of it, and also, not to give too much away, but I will at the end of this video also shell accounts, and 4, he's been running ads in which he lies about this cryptocurrency.
Coffee went on to provide proof that Patrick never invested $1 million into the token. In fact, Patrick had only put $50,000 into the project while using money from buyers to make up the difference.
From the blockchain, that Techlead did not put $1 million into this. In actual fact, he started with the entire supply. This is Million Token. He was given the entire supply at the very launch. He didn't pay for it. Instead, as he sold Million Token, he used that money that you guys bought it
And
with.
this is a great life lesson for anyone in chat, okay? This get rich quick thing is generally a con. You can't really get rich quick. You can get rich over the course of a couple years, but generally getting rich quick means somebody else is getting over royally. If you're suddenly just happening to get $1 million, generally someone is being brutally destroyed because of that. And it's not right. You can get rich over time. You can. You can definitely do it. But generally speaking, if you're doing one of these crypto rug pulls, not only is someone else getting over in a horrible way, but secondly, it will horribly damage your reputation and your fans will never want to be around you ever again. Literally ever again. The only guy that I've seen who seemingly has maintained a large audience after a rug pull type thing is Ice Poseidon, and that's because Ice Poseidon has the reputation of being a complete immoral degenerate. So he's fine, right? They don't really care. That's why he's fine. Someone like Techlead, he posits himself as a trustable guy, a trustable source. People hate him. Logan Paul, yeah, Logan Paul's still around too, but Logan Paul is just he's too big and he makes too much money for other people for them to care. You know, like KSI, people like that.
With to back the coins.
The premise behind Patrick's so-called opportunity.
But if you're a YouTuber and you have like an audience that cares what you have to say, that is loyal to you, that trusts you for advice, that sees you as somewhat of a virtuous person, generally you're going to lose a lot of from it.
A bold-faced lie, but even that was only the tip of the iceberg. To further push his scam token to a wider audience, Patrick ran ads to promote Million Token while refusing to disclose he was the one who created the coin.
He got an ad for Million Token.
Oh, so this is like the you guys remember CS:GO? Was it CS:GO Lotto? Was that the one that T Martin and Syndicate they promoted? And they were like, we found this website, and then it turned out that they made it. I'm thinking of the right thing, right? T Martin Pro Syndicate. That's like the T Martin dog video. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? This one.
This is and always has been a clearly stated. I have no idea how I'm gonna record this video, dude.
Lol.
.org, which featured Techlead's video shilling it. And what's shocking about this, besides the fact that he's advertising his own channel and this coin, is that he never discloses in the video that he created the coin. Instead, he pitches it as if he just found it randomly.
Coffee continued by exposing just how much Patrick had taken from the audience.
So I traced all the transactions this guy made in a big spreadsheet, and then just categorized who they were to, who they were from. This is for all the USDC pools, the multi-million token pools. And according
having the dog in the apology video was insane. I honestly think it was to make him look more sympathetic and like a normal guy when he's filming it from his mansion, right? I think that's why he did that.
to my calculations, Techlead has pulled out and siphoned into a bunch of shell accounts a total of $3.3 million.
After discovering the truth behind Million Token, Coffeezilla would confront Patrick on his dubious claims and had this to say.
So the first part is he confirms that he did just put in $50,000. He later says,
I'm putting $1 million of my own money into this to get us started.
That he believed he deployed another $50,000, but this was from what you guys spent on Million Token. So that is confirmed.
Patrick defended his scheme by claiming the community was valuable and therefore not a Ponzi scheme.
Is this a Ponzi scheme? It depends on whether you think the community has value. If you think marketing, community, and brand have no value, then certainly this would be zero sum. Wow. But I think you can just look at Coca-Cola or Nike and see that brands do have value. Hey, those brands have products, guys.
Now, you'd think after getting exposed for lying, manipulating, and stealing from his audience, that Patrick would at least keep his mouth shut. Unfortunately,
nope. He had to brag about it. He had to justify it, didn't he? Just like he did here, where he bragged about abusing the copyright system.
I tend to copyright.
This guy's just in love with himself. He's in love with himself and he thinks he'll get away with it forever. And up until this point, it seems like he kind of has. He has gotten away with it.
His pride and disdain for...
I think a fitting response would be for YouTube to ban his channel, genuinely. I wouldn't complain at all. You abuse the copyright system knowingly, you deserve to get banned.
Criticism wouldn't allow that, as he retaliated in the most vindictive way possible. By the 11th of August 2021, Coffeezilla covered Patrick's now deleted response video, as well as going over how he got doxed, and was called racist.
Ladies and gentlemen, Techlead has responded. Brace yourselves.
This is awesome.
He's gone full
This was based mode.
Control, panic mode, including calling me racist for exposing his scam.
In his typical fashion, Patrick deflected criticism by saying other people were complaining and being victims.
He goes around basically calling projects scams, and maybe he generates some good press for himself. He virtue signals, and then people think that he's a hero for calling everything a scam. Life is a scam. Okay, he's a hero. This is really just victim mentality.
Thankfully, Patrick would admit that he lied about the initial investment in Million Token.
And you know, to clarify, okay, when I started the project, I bootstrapped with 50,000 USD coins paired to 50,000 million tokens.
That's exactly what I said. So he's admitting it. He did not put in $1 million of his own money. He used your money.
However, that was the only responsible thing Patrick did throughout the video, as he spent the rest of it virtue signaling and putting himself on a pedestal.
Because he loves himself. So this loser, okay, who nobody should like or respect at all and deserves to get 30,000 videos with 1 million views made about how much of a piece of shit he is. He got so mad that he decided to take down this guy's video. He decided to take it down, abusing the copyright system. And then he took down his tweet too. So here he tweets out, it got removed, but here he was saying, please share this and tag Team YouTube to help me get this resolved. There needs to be consequences for false claims to put other creators' channels at risk for termination. Techlead has used the system to dox other creators in the past. No doubt he's trying to do the same with me. The claim was made in a desperate attempt to censor my video on him and wasn't even filed correctly. YouTube says we take misuse of our web forms very seriously and take strong action when we find abuse, including terminating channels. If you think this is a mistake, you have the option to submit a counter notification. Internet Anarchist says this was not just a mistake, but completely malicious, and if I counter it, I will get doxed. YouTube said, we hear you. If you're concerned about disclosing your personal info and the counter notification with the claimant, you can have your authorized representative, such as an attorney, submit it on your behalf by email, fax, or postal mail. More here. So obviously this sounds like a tone-deaf response from YouTube, but technically they're not supposed to mediate copyright disputes, so there's not much they can really do here, apart from delete Techlead's channel, right? And so as it turns out, the original tweet that Internet Anarchist posted about this was taken down by Techlead. Techlead took down his tweet about it, trying to censor him again, thinking nobody else would care. Well, now you've got Critical making a video about you. You've got some ordinary gamers making a video about you. Techlead posted a video of how he quit YouTube. Yeah, I saw that happen. I'm curious what he's going to say in here. I got to piss real quick and then we'll be back. Little premonition here before we get into things, guy. All right, chat. Looks like I came back just in time. The reason I played that is because there's some crazy going down on Twitter right now. We'll look at it in a sec after we see this Techlead response because I want to watch that. But there's some stuff going down. There is some stuff going down right now.
So recently, I actually deleted all of my tech videos, various coding tutorials, web tutorials, full stack database maintenance, how to make coding apps, iOS apps. I just deleted all of them because they're essentially worthless. They just don't get any views anymore. Nobody cares about tech. You know, many of these videos used to get...
People care about tech. Maybe they just don't care about you. Maybe they just don't care about your advice because they realize that you're a rat. You're a rat! Tech is dead. Everybody cares about tech. Look at MKBHD's channel. The guy's at the top of his game, getting a ridiculous amount of views on product reviews. Talking tech and AI with Tim Cook, CEO of Apple. Like, he gets so many views, bro. It's just you might just suck in particular, I would guess. Do you do anything to keep the iceberg you purchased fresh? Mine's been getting all wilty. Just put it in the fridge, bro.
Get hundreds of thousands or even millions of views, but the trend is clear. When I look at the analytics, nobody's interested in this anymore.
Does he even talk about what happened here? Does he even talk about Internet Anarchists at all?
I mean, this is a loot.
What the f are you talking about?
AI is fake, guys. I mean, there's absolutely no proof that AI works at all, and there's many people. Howard, cashier free shop. You're just doing anything else, like you're trying to develop some web app thing. That was Wonderland.
You're not even talking about it, bro. What the f? This guy sucks. This channel's journey from useful tech videos to divorce to red pill content to crypto grifting to doomer content is a reflection of society. No, it's a reflection of this guy sucking. Tech is officially ended for the 57th time this year. Channel update. Monthly rants about how tech is dead. Bro, you didn't fall off, you jumped off. Yeah. This guy. 2 weeks ago, tech is dead. How many times has he done tech is dead? Tech layoff surge. I'm quitting YouTube too. This guy just sucks.